Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation as always to the elect. All right. Another episode going into what's going on in this world via news and prophecy, linking them to the scriptures, showing you that this book and the words written therein are faithful and true, inspired through the Holy Spirit, Rachakwadash, all right, through the Spirit of the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all right. In the Hebrew, his name is Yahweh, all right, which means he is, okay. Through his only begotten son, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, his name means what? He is the deliverer, all right, of who? The elect of the nation of Israel, the remnant who in these times, okay, are standing on their feet in the midst, all right, of a spiritual Tower of Babel, spiritual Babylon, spiritual Egypt, Assyria, Rome, and so forth. The last leg of the Roman Empire and the heathen rule. And as you can see, prophecy is on Esau's ass, man. Okay? Everywhere you look, there's nothing but confusion, madness, all right? But we stay rooted and grounded through the Holy Spirit and remain comforted in the midst of all of this confusion by the Holy Scriptures, man. So, as you can see, I have on this screen, you see that the mainstream media, which is controlled by the very people who are caught up in these ordeals where they're being exposed for who they really are, okay, is not really covering this Epstein case. As you can see, they're putting all of the light and focus now on this new variant, the Omarion variant, okay? But there's no light really being shed on the wealthy elite, all right, and some of your favorite entertainers, actors, actresses, singers, okay, who are all caught up in raping children, molesting children, trafficking children. Okay, the wealthy elite who rape children on Epstein's Island, there's really no light being shed on that. And as you can see, they're throwing more and more enchantments out to hide from what's really happening. What's really happening? Esau is being made bare. Okay, Esau is being made bare. Okay, and I just pulled up this article because America, Babylon the Great, this world, this system is a hot mess. So we have nothing to be ashamed of as we stand firm in these times against this evil society and wicked beast system, man, because they are full of shit and wicked, man. Matter of fact, when you get Jeremiah the 49th chapter in the 10th verse, but I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and that's synonymous with Babylon the Great being exposed, Nineveh, the nation seeing her shame, right? And various other things written in the Holy Scriptures, man. Okay? I have uncovered his secret places. Now, what's one of Esau's main secrets is that he's a pedo. And that he's into some very sick, perverted, wicked practices, man. And if you want to make it in this world and get to that level, you got to partake in these practices as well. So a lot of the people you look up to and, you know, and are idolized in this world amongst you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you Israelites, are a part of their system and have been compromised. All right? So the reason you don't see a big push in the news to stop the Catholic Church, this Epstein plot, and they're covering it up, and all sorts of other messes being shoved down your throat, is because ultimately they are the ones who control the news. But through the Spirit, is so much coming out on him, there's no way he can get away. This fugitive has been identified and caught, all right? And now he's getting ready to use his media to play the blame game and mess with everyone's mind to take it off of the truth of what's happening. And what's happening is that Esau is being made bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. And he's trying his hardest to hide himself. And when you go into the scriptures now, you see within this script why the Most High hates Esau. Okay? This is Jeremiah 23 and 24. All right, now this is speaking of Israel, but this can apply to you Edomites as well. Can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him, saith the Lord? And these devils do some very sick things, and they'll pop up in the news, and then it'll get swept under the rug. Now everything, it has to be fact checked. Fact check. When now that the truth is coming out, fact check this, fact check that. Fake news, conspiracy theory, all of these things. Why? Because he's being exposed, man. All right. So can any hide himself in the secret places that I shall not see him, saith the Lord? Do not I fill heaven and earth, saith Yahweh? And absolutely. All right. So you Edomites are being exposed at a high level right now, man. And you're being more blatant with what you're all about. And you still have our people in denial. Here it is. Other Edomites are on fire to expose these things, man. But Jake is still walking around in absolute simplicity for the most part. You do got a remnant waking up. Don't get it twisted. But these heathen are the main ones that are bringing out all of the information, exposing this stuff, shedding light on these things. Niggas want to talk about the Fetty Wap died, or this nigga died. Oh man, he was a real one, man. He was trying to get his masters. Every time they try to get their masters, they die. All of these creative niggas, man, that they shove down your throat. These niggas just pop up out of nowhere. Always dying at 33, 36, 33. All of these satanic rituals going on the left-hand side have you people flabbergasted, and the real villains are able to hide themselves, but not through this truth. This truth has got you devils pinned down to a T. Now on this article, we're not going to read it all, but CIA pedos walk free after DOJ refuses to persecute. Okay? So these devils have constantly been able to hide themselves through wicked judgment, controlling opposition, okay, paying people off, scare tactics. It says the CIA has secretly amassed credible evidence that at least 10 of its employees and contractors committed sexual crimes involving children. Remember the what's that building? The Pentagon. Thousands of their employees got caught with child pedophilia on their hard drives and computers, and there's nothing being done. There's no big focal point or light being shed on all of this wickedness, man. You see, yet while most of the cases were referred to U.S. attorney for prosecution, only one of the individuals was ever charged with the crime, who also allegedly mishandled classified information. And the rest were sent back to the CIA to handle. And the CIA, the FDA, all of these organizations that run the world around you are rooted in occult, left-hand, witchcraft, and magic. Catholic Church, all of them. See that? And the people are so brainwashed, they hear about child pornography and they just continue to drink water. Like, oh, whatever. Anyway, so going into the news, man, let's see here where we're going to start. We'll start here as well. All right, me and a few brothers were talking about this morning. Okay, the UN just put this statue. All right. Now on the grand scheme of things, you're like, whatever, it's just a statue. We see the colors, and we living in a time where every move that's being made by these devils means something. So get out of that spirit eyes. Just with that on, everything means something. They're trying to accomplish a new world order. Okay. Now the new guardian for peace and security in front of the UN's headquarters. All right. Now they're saying it mimics. I have seen one article where it said it mimics the beast in Revelation, which it doesn't. All right. But we know that this right here is the Lord ultimately putting the spirit on them to do this. All right, because we are in Babylon. Now we know Babylon was synonymous with a winged lion god. All right, but things have been switched around here. They say this is a jaguar or a leopard, which we know the leopard is synonymous with the Greeks. Okay, but let's read a little bit here. It says, Daniel 7:4, the first was like a lion that had eagle's wings. Okay, and now I believe that was the Assyrian Babylonian Empire. Now, let's go and just type in Babylonian winged god real quick. Give me 1 second. Here we go. All right, you see that Babylonian winged god. All right, you can actually go to a museum, all right, that deals with ancient cultures, and you'll see that. I believe a brother in New York went and did that. All right, see if we can get a closer up image. There you go. You see it, right? Yep, this is the one I believe the brother saw. And so it was a winged. And this is just the Lord putting the spirit on them to do these things, to let us know where we are. We are in Babylon. See, you have major, you have a few projects that Esau got going on that are ultimately mimicking the Tower of Babel. Okay, Amazon is building in Virginia a Tower of Babel like, building. All right, the EU Parliament building, if you look that up, that mimics, the pictures of the so-called Tower of Babel. All right, that you see depicted. So they're blatantly letting you know that they're gonna establish, and their enterprise is on its way. Okay, we're in Babylon all over again. All right, now it says a guardian for international peace. All right, and you can see the rainbow colors, right? But it's like what they say, a jaguar, right? It says the guardian is a fusion of a jaguar and an eagle, and donated by the government of Oaxaca, Mexico. It is created by artist Jacob and Maria Angeles. And why do you think they put this here? What do you think this means? This is the Lord ultimately letting us know what time it is, man. Okay, because we are in Babylon all over again, the land of Nimrod. And the scriptures say, when they shall say peace and safety, all right, let's get that. Sudden destruction is getting ready to come upon them when they are about to fill their belly. And that's what they're ultimately trying to do, all right? What's written on the dollar, all right? When you read it, it's in Latin, but basically God has basically agreed with our establishment of a new world order. That's on your dollar bill. And the dollar has got everyone in a dazed state. Now they're fit to hit you, all right, with the okie doke. We know what's coming. 1 Thessalonians 5:3. As a matter of fact, 1 Thessalonians 5:1. But of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know that perfectly that. All right, so the followers of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, ultimately we're constantly watching, so we know what times we're in. The scriptures say a wise man's mind, Ecclesiastes 8:5, discerneth both time and judgment. So you should know the times, and your teachers should be constantly putting focus on the times. All right, where there is no vision, the people perish. That word vision goes into what? Oracles. And what is an oracle? A prophecy. The prophecies are what keep us stable. Because there's so much confusion out here. You'll be all over the place if you're wandering after the beast. You need something to center you back into what really matters, man, and what the Heavenly Father said and what is his will. Okay? Because a lot of people do, oh, that's such a cute, such a cute little, oh wow. But it's a demonic entity, man. All right? Straight up. Why you think it's colored in rainbow? You know that their version of the rainbow, because the true rainbow represents what? A covenant God made with Noah and all flesh, that he wouldn't flood the earth anymore. But they took that symbol and made it to what? Represent rebellion against Yahweh Bashim Yahushai with this happy agenda. All right? So-called happy. Because the true understanding of that word gay technically just means happy. All right? But newspeak, witchcraft, and all sorts of madness is overtaking the earth, man. That's why the Lord got to hurry up, man. Lord willing. Lord willing, man. Now, he don't have to do a damn thing, Salakia. But Lord willing, man. How long, oh Lord? But we know that it's going to even get worse. Okay? This is verse 2. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night, which is why you have to watch. For when they shall say peace, and see this book, this great awakening is all led by the Spirit. You have to be spiritual to follow this, and most people are carnal, especially our people, like Sonetter. He's trying to figure out, because everybody in the earth, to some degree, a lot of people on the earth, I won't say everybody, is looking for God. I was just talking to Ariella about this. We were in our meeting last night. Everybody, there's a lot of people searching for something. Either they're doing it in rebellion, or they're genuinely asking questions. But when you try to get into these scriptures with pride and rebellion, you're gonna only confuse yourself. You're gonna get entangled, and you're gonna be like, man, to hell with it. Okay, ain't no God, or I believe in a higher power. Well, what does the higher power that you believe in have to say about everything happening and what we should do, how we should be conducting ourselves? What's next? Is America the end all be all? Is it going to stand forever? What does those Kemetic gods have to say? And see, this doctrine is all centered around submitting yourself in obedience, cutting off the old man, which many won't get past that one point, all right, to where they fear the Lord, man. But us of the household of faith, okay, we know perfectly that the day of the Lord is going to come as a thief in the night. We know perfectly that when he is about to fill his belly, which, when you go into that word, fill his belly, when you go into the meaning of it, a clapping, like, as a matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Real quick. When he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and rain it upon him while he is eating. Okay, let's see if this is the word. Fill his belly. It may be the word belly, but we'll just look it up. Either way, all right. Malah. Let's see. To accomplish, fill, full. Yep, to accomplish. Holy, to be accomplished, to fill the hand, to be armed, to be satisfied, to be ended. Let's go to the word for belly. And that's what they want. They want to gather unto themselves all people. They want to off a whole hell of a lot of people. Okay, they want to control population. They want to do a whole hell of a lot of things, man. The word for belly is batan. Hunger, when he's about the womb and the faculties. Oh, no, in the fullness of his sufficiency. That's what I'm looking for. It should be in this same chapter. Yep, this is the word I'm looking for. Job 20 and 22, in the fullness of his sufficiency. That word sufficiency. All right, sapak. Hand clapping, mocking, mockery. That's their New World Order. Okay? And they're tricking many of the people on the planet Earth through scare tactics, witchcraft, pseudoscience, to fall for it. Because Satan wants to take as many people with him as possible. And they're definitely going to come after the souls of the elect, man, which are already sealed from the foundation of the earth. And to believe that, you got to have serious and extreme faith. So in the fullness of his sufficiency, he's going to be in straits. So what is he doing? He's seeking to the idols and the charmers and the different things on the left-hand side to save him from ultimately the destruction coming up on him. And he's ultimately saying, no, peace and safety is coming for our enterprise. For when they shall say, 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with travail. Who's the them? The powers that be. And they shall not escape. You Edomites ain't going to escape, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that that day should overtake you as a thief. All right, for most people, you know, to see that Babylon is on his way out is going to be a grief, but for the elect, all right, we going to be like, yes, the Lord's going to put a special spirit on us, man. All right, all we have to do is believe. Now, going back to the article, okay, this Babylonian, you know, deity, right? Now, they didn't make it a lion because that would be too obvious. But we know what the hell is going on, all right? How are his hidden things searched out? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. We know what this is all about. When you go to Daniel 7 and 4, the first lion, all right, was a lion and had eagle's wings, all right? And that's the Assyrian Babylonian Empire, which we're in the modern day Babylon and Assyria. Okay. Anyway, moving along. And in Babylon, because what does the word Babylon mean? It means confusion. Okay. And as you can see here, you know, standard family and marriages between man and a woman who have children, or a man with multiple women, that's out of the door. And here's what's going on. Swinging, open relationships, polyamory. What the hell is that? Let's look that up. Polyamory. What the fuck? Anyway. But we're starting to see more weirdo activity, all right? Like Will and Jada being forced down your throat. And they're all a part of the left hand as well, being used to push particular ideas, buck break the man, push confusion. The polyamory, the practice of engaging in multiple sexual relationships with the consent of all the people involved. And I was just I had a picture of when you go to the ancient writings and paintings and art, you know, orgies were a big part of it, man. And that's here. And there's a particular god that's synonymous with orgies and all of these freak activities. As a matter of fact, all you have to do is just type it in. The god of orgies in Rome. Showing you that everything is tied to idols. All the behaviors of you people, okay, you're under the influence of Bacchus. Which ultimately, when you read the book of Maccabees, the Greeks forced Jake to celebrate a holiday dealing with Bacchus. See that? Roman god of orgies, Bacchus. Bacchus was primarily known as the god of agriculture and wine, but was associated with fertility, drama, and revelry in regards to agriculture. All right. He was depicted as the god of trees and forest, and was often sought to help the orchards grow. Okay. All of these things, the clubs, all of these things, you go back to Rome. So you got to be careful out here in this world, man, because everything is tied to some sort of left hand magic, all right, to ensnare the soul. But when you look up this article, as we're in Babylon, the city of confusion. As a matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Isaiah 24:10, the city of confusion is broken down. And that's what's happening to this place, man. Okay? The city of confusion. Now, Babylon itself means confusion. And these are the practices that the mass majority of the people, men and women, are turning to. Okay? They're turning to it, man. More couples are embracing non-ethical monogamy, and you can too. All right? And that's just beloved. It said most of us grew up believing that monogamous marriage was relationship goals. But Will Smith owning his open relationship, meaning he's okay with another man plowing his woman. They call it a cuck. That's what Esau's into, all right? The Edomites, all right, will go to clubs, get drunk, and the dude will go, and the dude and his wife will go looking for men that they can have these encounters with. So, and the man will just watch his wife, and that's a practice here in Babylon the Great. But when we read this article, and I'm not going to read it all, what you'll notice is that not one of these new so-called ways involve a man having multiple women and they all just dealing with him. This place is absolutely filthy. So traditional values and relationships are outdated. Now it's in with the new. Unless a man wants to have multiple women and they just deal with him. Now, if they want to have an orgy, that's cool. But a man as the head of his household, all right, a wife and other women, that's nah. But anything else is acceptable. Well, they can do that if they're all just freaking out on each other, you know, doing all sorts of weirdo activity. That's cool. But anyway, ethical non-monogamy, or E&M, all of these terms in which members, all right, of a couple consent to having additional sexual and or romantic partners is gaining popularity. More than a fifth of single American adults have engaged in E&M, according to a recent study. And they're pushing this on you Jakes big time. Esau been into this. Okay? But now, so-called black culture, all of the cultures you niggas follow, all of our people, all of the tribes are engulfed with satanic practices, man. And it's all aided by music, entertainment, movies, okay, freakism. And the men have no problem with this. The men of our nation love it. I love lesbians. I was listening to this dude 78 Sports TV. I like lesbians. What are you doing? Our people are gone, man. There's no morals, no boundaries. What the hell is wrong with you niggas, man? The scriptures speak against all of that madness. It says, and these are the times we live in. A 2017 study of the Journal of Sex Research found that Google searches for polyamory and open relationships rose steadily because they're watching everything you search. All right, DuckDuckGo is a far better search engine, but you know we all Google things. But yeah, from 2006 to 2015 in a 2021 YouGov poll, about 25% more than 23,000 Americans said they're interested in an open relationship. The social stigma around alternative sexualities has been slowly but surely waning over the past decade, with more positive media representation than ever, says this PhD. All right, it says, who teaches human sexuality at New York University and runs a course and event series about open relationships. All right, plus ENM, which stands for what? Ethical non-monogamy. All right, people are ultimately embracing these ulterior ways. All right, because sex is for pleasure, but in the scriptures, sex is to be tied to how you forward your legacy, man. Yeah, there's a pleasure aspect to it, right? But more, it's a business as well. All right. Who you join houses with and all of that. All of that is out of the door. And that's in the scriptures. We're going to get to it in just a minute. It says, E&M is getting simpler to pull off. Dating apps make finding multiple partners easier than ever. So you can just hook up with all of these freaks and just have a gay old time. It says, honesty and consent have become more important to us post Me Too. And the pandemic forced so many of us into a period of extreme monotony, which exposed the limitations of monogamy to many couples. God damn. People were tired of looking at that same nigga. All right. It says, oh man, we got it. And ultimately, the only answer is the kingdom of heaven, man. Only the law, statutes, and commandments can fix this earth. There are tons of ways to practice non-monogamy, from hitting up the occasional sex partner to having multiple committed life partners. Those who never tried this stuff sometimes assume these arrangements are doomed to fail, but that's not truer, all right, for E&M, all right? And you can read down. Charles, a 56-year-old queer man who works as a chef, and his wife, Brooke, a 35-year-old queer woman who makes a living as a bartender, have both been polyamorous from the get-go. Most of their outside relationships involve more than sex. They'll go on dates, even weekend trips. Oh man. And it just goes on, open relationships. Okay. And they're all freaking off on each other, man. Goodness gracious, man. Anyway, swingers, just weird, man. But a man just having multiple women is somehow that everybody's looked down on. Eve be all for this too. But as soon as it comes to a man having multiple women, which you'll look at this picture and think that's what it represents, nah. It's all freaked out. Now, when you go to the book of Wisdom of Solomon, in the multiple women thing here in America, all right, you got to be careful. All right, everything is satanic and tainted. So ultimately, we're just gonna wait to the kingdom when it comes to the whole Isaiah 4:1. We'll wait until those times when the Lord, all right, gives us. Because the Spirit will let us know when those times come. But brothers, we're going to have our time. Right now, everybody's challenging you, telling you can't do this, you can't do that. And really, we don't have the means or the time to be worried about having all these damn women. But it's in a man's nature. But the time is coming, brothers, where we're going to have our time. See, this is the time of the freak, the weirdo, the loser, the men of the Lord. We're going to have our time, man. And I know that makes you women mad. You listening now, frowning up. Okay? Bonnet hanging off the side of your head. But guess what, baby? The Israelite man will return to his natural position in the earth. Men, period. Nature is going to eventually take its course. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1 and 21. And this was an occasion to deceive the world, for men serving either calamity or tyranny did ascribe to stones and stocks the incommunicable name. Okay? These false idols and gods, man. Which there is no name of any god that's above the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Moreover, this was not enough for them, that they erred in the way of in the knowledge of God. And that's what you have happening. People erring in the knowledge of the Most High. Okay? Being against nature. Okay? And just completely out of order. But whereas they lived in a great war of ignorance, those so great plagues called their peace. People look at this way of life as, you know, this sense of freedom as peace, when really it's a snare unto your soul. For whilst they slew their children in sacrifices, that goes on heavily, or used secret ceremonies, or made revelings of strange rites. This is what your government is doing. This is speaking of those ancient Canaanites, all right, those Hamites, but we're in the new Canaan. All right, that's why children are being just slaughtered. All right, that's why you kill a baby turtle while it's in the egg, you get fined. You kill a eagle, all right, while it's in the egg, you get fined. But you kill a child while it's in the egg, you get praise. This is the society we live in. Everybody got opinions. Everybody wants, hey, there's going to come a time where the Lord is going to shut all of your mouths. Okay? How you gonna tell me what the fuck I can't like, nigga? That's all right, man. The things that are against nature are being absolutely uplifted in this world, man. They kept neither lives or marriages any longer undefiled. You see that? Marriages are now defiled. Okay? And ultimately, that's the Tower of Babel. All right? A stronghold of confusion. They're rooting out, all right, a family structure, trust, and giving you this false sense of freedom, which destroys you. All right. And when it's all said and done, none of you are going to have any protection. You're not going to know where to run. And you're going to be through. Order is very important. So they kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled. Lives, souls are being destroyed, but either one slew another traitorously or grieved him by adultery. That's happening. So that there reigned in all men without exception blood, manslaughter, theft, dissimulation, corruption, unfaithfulness, tumult, perjury, disquieting of good men. Okay, you try to do the right thing, everybody's against you. Forgetfulness of good turns. There's no love in this earth. Defiling of souls, changing of kind. And when you go into a 1611 King James, it shows you, it's talking about sex. Okay, they've been doing that. And that's a big ordeal here in this world. That agenda, the Baphomet agenda. Okay, disorder in marriages, adultery, and shameless uncleanliness. This is what we are witnessing. For the worshiping of idols is not to be named, is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. And all of these behaviors are tied to idol worship. Absolutely amazing, man. This is the world we live in. Let's read a little bit more of this. When Megan, a 38-year-old stay-at-home mom, and Jason, a 44-year-old straight carpenter and designer, first considered swinging, they realized they each had a desire to see other lost in pleasure with another person. Megan recalls, they began exploring situations such as threesomes with other men, playing with another couple, letting Megan play with other women on her own, Soon after they started exploring, Jason was badly injured in an accident. And E&M became a way for Megan to get her needs met when he wasn't up for sex. He occasionally feels insecure about others giving her something he can't, but he reminds himself of how much he likes to see her happy hooking up, all right, or to see her enjoy hooking up with other people, an experience known as comprehension or compersion. Let's look up that word. Compersion. Madness, man. It says when your partner is happy with someone else, but still keeps coming back to you. I guess that's what that means. Oh my goodness, man. This is the world we live in, man. Normal is out of the door, man. Wow. Anyway, it says, this can feel very validating, Lee Miller says. It can provide reassurance that you provide something no one else does. At the same time, it can also be a relief. It takes some of the pressure off to be anything and everything to one person. Megan's favorite part of the swinger lifestyle is seeing the look on my husband's face when I am in the throes of ecstasy with another person, and then coming together afterward and never feeling closer or more in love. It is the best thing ever. Oh, man. Woo! God damn. This is absolutely crazy. Look at these three niggas. God damn, bro. Save us. What's that? The book of Romans, the first chapter? Romans, the first chapter. Let's see here. Romans, the first chapter. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. In the 22nd verse, because this is everybody has these. They got these terms, the E and M, and all these terms. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools and changed the glory of the incorruptible God into an image made like unto a corruptible man, into birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. That's what those Egyptians did. Now this is the Roman Empire, but what did they do? They took on the customs of ancient Sumeria, Babylon, Assyria, Egypt, Canaan. Wherefore God also gave them up to uncleanliness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of God into a lie, and worshipped and served the creature, their flesh, more than the Creator, who was blessed before ever among. And for this cause God gave them up to vile affections, for even their women did change the natural use. And this is speaking of Jake. Jake is heavily into these things. That's why you better be careful dealing with these women, brothers. And even you sisters, be careful when you dealing with these men. All right? It is a crazy world out here. It says, for even the women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. Against nature. What is nature? Natural. But what we're reading in that article is that the natural, traditional ways, they're boring. The world we're living in now is progressing past that. And if you look at this world, you think this is progression? This is better? Women are not safe in that makeup. But they're free. It's all right. Your husband got a boo, a male boo on the side, and you know about it. That's that life. You got a boo. She show up with a goddamn the brother said, "Goddamn me, a blue Crip scarf. All right, to pick you up, and you go away for the weekend, and the dude's okay with it. You leaving with your boo, and his is coming. But get out of here, man." And likewise, also the men leaving the natural use of the woman, burning in their lust towards another, men with men working that which is unseemly, and deceiving and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meat. These different diseases, calamities, man. Anyway, moving on, man. This place is absolutely out of order, man. The city of confusion, as the scriptures call it, man. All sorts of wickedness is going on here, man. Let's see here. Anyway, we'll come right back with more news, man. Shalom. This place got to be destroyed.